I never had so much lighting in one video, but the worst quality, because apparently everything's going wrong for me this week so far, and I like to talk to you about it. One thing that I hate is seeing people that I know, because I don't really know what to do when I see them, especially if I'm alone, and you don't want to make eye contact because you're not in the environment that you know them in. What do you do? I don't want to look down at my feet because that just looks a bit awkward, and then I don't really just want to look at the sky or look away, and I can't pretend to be talking to my friend to not look at them because I was alone and I saw about 3 people that I knew today. The other thing was that I was limping for 2 days straight because I went out yesterday as well, and my shoes began to rub at the back of my heels, and I walked home because the pain became a little bit unbearable. I walked home for 30 minutes with no shoes on, and then today when I was out I wore flip-flops so they didn't hurt the back of my feet, but it started to erode the skin between my toes where that little thing goes to keep the shoe on. I was walking back and I saw this man, and he had about 6 children and he was on the phone to someone and he was getting pretty angry, and I heard him swear, and these children must have been 6, 7 years old because of the school uniform they were wearing and just how short they were. Now, I respect the way that my parents brought me up because they'd brought me up to be respectful, not to swear, not to be rude, but it sort of backfired a little bit because now I'm too nice and scared of people in general. Then for me, hearing him swear, it was quite surprising, and I obviously understand that that's how some people choose to bring up children, and it sort of bugs me a little bit that that's how they feel that they should be able to act when it's pretty wrong, and you just know that they're going to be the children who don't care if they grow up either, if that's how society works. As well as this, because my feet were hurting, I was limping, I was walking pretty slowly, and I prefer to walk quite fast because it's just who I am. I like to get places quickly, I like to be on time, although at this point I didn't have a time schedule to keep by to, I just like to get places quick. And I saw an old person who was walking slow because they were just a slow walker, and they were walking faster than me. That really, really hurt my heart. I bought a drink today, and I was walking down the aisle that has all the milk. Milk's on the racks in it, and nothing seemed. It was just milk on a shelf. Nothing mattered. And as I was picking out my drink from another area, one of the cartons just fell off the shelf from some mystical force or ghost, whatever it was. This man came up to me. He saw it. We sort of made eye contact. He then walked closer to me and said to me, "You knocked that off the shelf, didn't you?" What? How do I respond to that? Like, do I come back with do I say something back? Do I make a joke? Do I argue with? So I just laughed like it was funny. Oh, I didn't expect him to come up to me and say that. I used the self-service checkout because I had one small item, so I didn't think it was any necessary to go up to one of the conveyor belt things. And I put I pressed the screen, and then it said, "Do you have a bag?" Yes, I did, on me. And then so I pressed the word yes. And then I think I was only one of the only people on the self-service checkouts. And the guy that was helping the people who just get stuck using these things because they're so stupid, he so obviously was watching me press the word yes on my own bag, and then he must have been stood behind me and I didn't know it, because his arm snaked around, pressed the back button and pressed no. And we sort of exchanged a weird glance as I was in total shock from him suddenly having his arm there. So it's been 2 days and I have no idea what else could go wrong, so I'm going to find out. And I shall see you next week.